Hey there, Chiefs Kingdom, what a game, huh? If you caught the Kansas City Chiefs nail-biting 19-17 win over the Las Vegas Raiders, you know exactly which moment we're talking about. Yep, that play, the one that had every fan either cheering or holding their breath. Travis Kelce's gutsy lateral pass to Samaje Perini. Now, if you've been following Kelce for a while, you know this isn't the first time he's pulled something like this. But every time he does, it's like walking a tightrope between brilliance and disaster. This time, it worked out perfectly. The Chiefs moved the chains, and for plays later, we found the end zone. But let's be real, things could have gone south fast. And guess who had something to say about it? None other than Reid. But hold on, we'll get to his thoughts in a minute. For now, let me ask you, do you think Kelce's lateral was pure genius or a risky move that could have backfired? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, and before we dive deeper into Reid's reaction, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have that notification bell turned on. We're on a mission to hit 2,000 subscribers, and with your help, we'll get there in no time. Ready? Let's keep this rolling. Alright, let's break down that play because, honestly, it was wild. Picture this. It's 3rd and 10. The Chiefs are fighting to keep the drive alive, and Patrick Mahomes finds Travis Kelce with a short 5-yard pass. Simple, right? Not exactly. Instead of taking the hit and going down like any regular tight end might, Kelce does something only a player with his skill and, let's be honest, guts would try. He pivots, spots Samaje Perini nearby, and boom, lateral pass. Perini catches it and charges forward for the first down. Talk about improvisation. Now, here's where things get interesting. This wasn't the first time Kelce pulled off a play like this. If you remember the Week 5 game against the New Orleans Saints, Kelce attempted a similar lateral to Perini on a 3rd and 22. Back then, they came up just 1 yard short of the first down. Close, but not quite. So, what's the deal? Is Kelce a mastermind for thinking on his feet? Or is he flirting with disaster? I mean, these kinds of plays are high risk, high reward. One bad lateral and boom, turnover. Game momentum? Gone. But hey, I want to know what you think. Is this the kind of creativity that makes Kelce a legend? Or would you rather see him stick to safer plays? Vote in the comments, genius or madness. Oh, and if you're enjoying the breakdown so far, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps get the word out to other Chiefs fans like you. Let's keep the conversation going on to Reid's reaction next. So what does Reid, the mastermind behind the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty, think about Travis Kelce's bold lateral play? Well, let's just say he's not exactly losing sleep over it, as long as it works. During a post-game Zoom call with reporters, Reid addressed the play head-on. His take, calm and collected, as always. He's been doing it for a few years, Reid said. We do it in practice every day, you guys see that. This isn't just something we throw out there on game day. It's something we do, so everything is okay with that just as long as you complete them. Translation? Reid trusts Kelce's instincts, but only up to a point. The play's success is what keeps it in Reid's good graces. But you can bet if that lateral had gone wrong, we'd be having a very different conversation right now, and that's the balancing act, isn't it? Reid knows the value of creativity. It's part of what makes the Chiefs so dangerous. But there's a fine line between innovation and risk. And for Reid, as long as Kelce stays on the right side of that line, he's got the green light. So let me ask you, do you think Reid should give Kelce more freedom to experiment on the field, or should he rein him in a bit? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Oh, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's hear from the other half of this daring duo, Samaje Perini. After all, it takes two to make a lateral work, right? When reporters caught up with Perini after the game, he didn't hold back. It was not scripted, I can tell you that much. Perini said with a grin, I saw him do it a couple of times. He does it in practice, so I was like, Let me stay in phase, just in case, and just. Like that, he was ready, no hesitation, no second-guessing. Perini trusted Kelce's instincts and stayed close enough to make the play happen. When Kelce switched the ball to his left hand and pulled his arm back, Perini knew exactly what was coming. That kind of chemistry doesn't happen overnight. It's built on countless hours of practice, trust, and understanding each other's tendencies. And it paid off big time, turning what could have been a routine play into a highlight moment. But here's the thing: improvisation like that doesn't always work. One misstep and the Chiefs could have lost possession, momentum, and maybe even the game. So, what do you think? Is this kind of unplanned brilliance something the Chiefs should lean into more often, or is it too risky for comfort? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear where you stand. And hey, if you're loving this deep dive, now's a great time to give this video a thumbs up. It helps more Chiefs fans find us and keeps the conversation going. Now, with all this talk about risky plays and improvisation, how does it fit into the bigger picture of the Chiefs season? Let's take a look. It's been another incredible season for the Kansas City Chiefs, hasn't it? Sitting at 11-1, they've already clinched a playoff spot for the 10th straight year. That's a decade of dominance, but it's not just about the wins, it's how they're getting it done that sets this team apart. Travis Kelce's lateral to Samaje Perini, it's just one example of the creativity and unpredictability that define this team. Sure, we've got Patrick Mahomes slinging dimes and the defense stepping up when it matters. But it's these moments of improvisation, the plays that you don't see coming, that make the Chiefs so dangerous. And here's why that matters. As the postseason approaches, every opponent will be studying film, trying to find a way to stop Kansas City. But how do you prepare for a team that thrives on the unexpected? That's the beauty of having players like Kelce, Mahomes, and Perini who can turn broken plays into game changers. Looking ahead, the Chiefs face the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Football in Week 14. It's another chance to showcase their creativity and solidify their spot as the AFC's top team. But what do you think? Will the Chiefs keep this momentum going and extend their win streak? Vote in the comments, win or upset, and if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Hit that button and join us as we ride this wave all the way to the playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, let's wrap things up and talk about what's next for the Chiefs and for us here at Total Chiefs. So there you have it, another wild week for the Kansas City Chiefs. From Travis Kelce's gutsy lateral pass to Samaje Perini's quick thinking, it's clear this team isn't afraid to take risks. And with a record of 11-1, it's hard to argue with the results. But the journey isn't over yet, with the Los Angeles Chargers up next and the playoffs just around the corner. There's still plenty of excitement ahead. The big question now is, can the Chiefs keep this momentum and bring another Lombardi Trophy home to Kansas City? We'll be here to cover every moment, every play, and every game that takes us closer to that goal. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Your support means everything to us, and with your help, we're one step closer to reaching our goal of 2,000 subscribers. And before you go, I want to hear from you. What do you think has been the most impressive part of the Chiefs season so far? Is it their creativity, their resilience, or maybe something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one of them. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll break down the Chiefs' matchup against the Chargers and what it means for their playoff run. Until then, keep the faith, stay loud, and go Chiefs!